There was never a democratic decision to leave the single market and the customs union. These things were not on the ballot paper and nobody voted for it. People were asked to express whether they wanted to remain in the EU or leave. And if we do leave the EU, then we should have another test about whether people actually want to leave the single market and the customs union if we want to be democratic about it. But of course, in fact, the decision should be made by our parliamentary democracy, by our MPs in Parliament, who never had a proper debate and never were given the proper information to have a basis on which to have a proper debate about whether we should leave the EU, and who never ever had a debate about leaving the single market and the customs union. This right-wing government has simply taken over and made the decisions all by itself, and has imposed its will by emotionally blackmailing MPs into believing that they had to do the will of the people. Well, the will of the people is a very strange concept, because only a quarter of people living in the UK expressed an opinion, and that opinion was purely about leaving the EU, and by a very small margin. And of course many people weren't given a vote that should have been given a vote either. So the voice of the people was not at all respected. It was manipulated, and it was used for emotional blackmail. It is our MPs that have our democracy in their hands, and they should take this very seriously. They should get the correct information about what is involved in leaving the EU, and they should have a proper and full debate about it, and then they should have a free vote on what we should do. The voice of the people has changed anyway. It is different now than it was 2 years ago, and we should no longer be paralyzed by this ridiculous idea that we must break Britain simply because of a manipulated vote that went wrong. Be sensible, be democratic, give your MPs proper debate, a free vote in Parliament, and let's see where we go from here.